Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina. This story is sponsored by AIM Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I am at AIM Acupuncture and I'm talking with my friend, Miss Carolyn Price. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Now, we've already been talking all morning about why you are here and what you've been dealing with for quite some time now.
Right. I started out with severe headaches that just wouldn't go away, and my chiropractor worked on it some and it didn't seem to help. I've done physical therapy, and that gave me some really good exercises that I can do the rest of my life to help with the mobility, but the pain was still there. So I talked to Dr. Tanya because I've seen her before, and she said, yeah, we can do that. So I've been seeing her for several months now, and the pain is a lot better. It's tolerable, and with a few more treatments or maybe like a maintenance program. With a maintenance program, a couple of times a week for however long it takes, the pain will eventually probably go away. The main thing that I want to do is avoid having to take pain pills and have surgery. If I can avoid that, then I'm good.
You want to get back to doing the things that you love, like
I do.
gardening.
Yes. I'd like to get back. I mean, we're at the beach, you know. But yeah, it does kind of put a damper on your ability to do things when you're in pain.
And a big reason why you came here to AIM is because you've had acupuncture before in the past. You know that it works.
I have. I came to Dr. Tanya actually I had trigger finger in my thumb. I have a lot of arthritis in my hands, and my thumb had locked up. I could bend it that way, but I couldn't bend it that way. It was locked up at that joint. So she said, sure, we can do that. And so, hey, I finished up treatment right before COVID hits, and I can still move it. It's there. And I had acupuncture once before. I had tennis elbow or tendonitis in my elbow, and my chiropractor that I was seeing at the time, he also did acupuncture. And when I mentioned it to him, he said, "Oh, let's go ahead and take care of it." Yeah, and that's been 15 years ago, and I've not had any trouble with it at all.
That's the coolest thing about acupuncture is it can actually treat it and it does not come back, which is so cool.
Exactly. And I feel like anytime you can have a treatment that works this well and do it without pain pills, without surgery, you're going to come out ahead.
I love that. And I wanted to ask you too, for somebody out there that might be on the fence about trying acupuncture for whatever, why would you recommend AIM?
I would recommend AIM because Dr. Tanya, she's very smart. She knows what she's doing. Every time, the last time I was in here, the first time I was in here to see her, she had a group of 25 doctors that she was training. She trains doctors all the time. She's really good at what she does. She knows what she's doing. So I trust her.
Now, what are you looking forward to most once you're able to get all these treatments done? What are you looking forward to getting back to?
Well, the main thing, I would like to be able to sleep all night without being in pain. But the main thing, I would like to get the pain to the point where I can at least sleep all night, without waking up in pain. Once I get up and get going, it's better. It doesn't completely go away, but it's better. But that's because of the things that's not going to go away, And so, but with the pain management that she's doing for me, I'm hoping that that's going to get better.
Well, we're all rooting for you.
Well, thank you.
This story is sponsored by AIM Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine. We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This segment is brought to you by Vintage Market Days. All right, guys, we have a very exciting treat going on today. We're talking about Vintage Market Days. I'm joined by Kelly. Kelly, tell me all about this event that you're doing.
Well, it is the most amazing event ever. We've been coming to Myrtle Beach for, this is like 6 or 7 years now. We bring the best of the best vendors from all over the United States, but we also, about half of our vendors are local, so we love to support the local small businesses. So you're going to find everything at this event.
All right, let's dig on into that. You say everything. I mean, we're talking artisan soaps, handmade jewelry, clothing. I mean, it's a lot of stuff to see.
It is a lot of stuff, and you're going to see unique things that you're not going to find other places. So this is an opportunity for these artisans to showcase their talents and their creativity, and even just their booths. When you walk into their booth, it's like you're walking into their store. They do elaborate setups, so it's an experience.
I love that. Everybody is so unique, and you can really see that at these events too.
Absolutely.
Okay, so pre-purchasing tickets can also save you a little bit of money, right?
It can save you a little bit of money and a little bit of time, and you get into the event early. So purchase those tickets ahead of time, and we'll let all those ticket holders in to get a jump start, because a lot of the items you're going to see are one of a kind.
Can you give some tips for people who are interested in coming? I mean, what's the parking situation, and can you tell me exactly when it's going to be too?
Yes. So the event is going to be September 29th, that's Friday, through October 1st, Sunday. The hours Friday and Saturday are 10 to 4, but remember, if you purchase ahead, you do get to enter early. Sunday is 10 to 3. The City of Myrtle Beach does charge $5 for parking, so we recommend that you carpool with all of your shopping buddies. Wear comfy shoes. If you have those shopping wagons or the beach wagons that you can pull to put all your purchases in, I recommend bringing those. Look us up, follow us for all the details. Vintage Market Days, it's Coastal Carolina Vintage Market Days. We hope everybody decides to join us.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Living Local Carolina. My goodness, this is my office for today. I'm out here with Coach Goody. What's up? How are you?
You are in my world, yeah. Doesn't it feel awesome? Check it out. What a day. We're going to play some volleyball in the sand, a little beach volleyball. Are you ready?
I am kind of ready. Let's first talk about what you do and how you got all of these volleyball courts.
Yeah, so super exciting. It was 2013, and my daughter, she was like 13 years old, and she was playing indoor volleyball, club volleyball, and she's like, I played beach, and she always would watch Dad go off and play in these tournaments and stuff. I'm just like, Dad, I want to learn to play beach volleyball. Can you teach me? And I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's do it. And I said, well, we had 3 courts down here at the time. I was like, well, why don't we get your teammates, see if anyone else wants to come? And we started a little club, and we had like 20 kids, and we did a couple months of training, and that's how it started.
And it's grown to be pretty darn big now.
It has. It slowly grew, and really COVID, surprisingly, is what helped it grow, because there wasn't a lot of things going on, but we were allowed to do beach volleyball, and I was kind of one of the first sports that kind of went back out and got the kids going. It was a little scary at first, but once everyone got out there, it was so exciting, and it just blew up. And the tournaments, we had more and more people coming here for the tournaments, and since then it's really grown more and more. So it's exciting.
Love it. And you were saying that this is the kind of sport that's for everybody, you know, all levels, all ages.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Yeah, because I mean, everybody kind of, oh yeah, I love volleyball. You know, they remember in PE playing, and maybe they had 4 on one side, or maybe they had 8, right? So it just kind of depends where you're at, whether you're out at a family picnic or whether you're a professional playing 2-on-2. You know, whether you have 10 on one side and 10 on the other, or 2-on-2. So there's a lot of flexibility, and people just want to play and have a good time. Yeah. So it's fun.
Love it. So for people that might be watching this right now and are interested in playing a game or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, how can they do that? Can they get in contact with you?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the deal?
Yeah, so my website is I have two different, you have grandstrandsand.com, so they can reach out there. And then really, you just come out here. These courts are free to use to the public, so just come out and play. You know, you need a ball, you know, call some friends and get out here and get out and play.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Hadwin White Buick GMC Subaru. Well, we're just having some fun today at Hadwin White Buick GMC Subaru, and I'm joined by Jonathan. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to talk about this car that's right behind us. It's the elephant in the room here. Tell me, what do we have right here?
This is a 2024 Buick Envista Avenir.
Absolutely gorgeous car, but there's a lot to talk about here. This is a special kind of car because this is actually affordable.
It is. This is considered to be in the premium luxury line, but is at an entry-level pricing.
Love that. So what are some of the features that we have on the Buick Envista?
The Envista it's got the Buick quiet tuning glass. It has noise canceling on the inside. So for the people that obviously when you're out on 501, you have a lot of traffic noise. People love the idea that it is a luxury feel on the inside. Again, starting at a price of under $25,000.
What is like the bottom line that you want to get across with this car?
It's really the idea of the affordability side. It really is. I mean, that's going to be their main thing is, obviously it's been completely redesigned. When I say redesigned, from the ground up. I mean, this is its own model that it's taking cues from the concept Wildcat. That was a Wildcat concept car that they developed, that all the cues that you're seeing from the front end are coming from that.
Yeah.
So you're adding the styling of that in with the Buick. Obviously, you're seeing a new Buick Shield, Shield.
Let's talk about that a little bit. They've kind of rebranded.
They've gone after a little bit of a younger crowd. That's been what they're going after. And they've done a wonderful job with the idea that you're packing in, like, obviously Apple CarPlay, wireless. You've got Android Auto, wireless. You've got all the safety features. You have now what they consider to be 19 inches of infotainment system in like a cockpit design.
It is so cool looking.
That's really nice. So you have 11 inches of an infotainment system, and then you have an 8-inch driver display. So those two items combined, when you look at it, it just looks the part.
It's very luxe, but it makes luxury more obtainable to people that might not be so interested in getting a luxury car when they know the price point. I think that's what's so interesting about this car. Like when you take your first look at it, you're like, oh my gosh. I mean, it really is sleek.
I mean, you have, in this particular one, you've got obviously a moonroof. You have 19-inch wheels. You have, I mean, it is just packed with technology that is very easy to use. That's the nicest part about it.
And you know, I will say, when you're thinking about buying a new car, it's kind of a stressful process, but it's also supposed to be fun. It's an exciting time. You get to be a part of that with so many people. What's your goal whenever a client walks in here?
At first, we're trying to kind of collect all the pieces to the puzzle. Like we're trying to figure out what are they really trying to do?
What do they really want and what do they really need?
Yeah, I mean that's true. It's when you start looking at it, you're trying to figure out like what's important to them. What is something, whether it's a lifestyle change, whether they got a job, maybe they possibly lost their job. I mean, who knows what it is when you start off the deal, and you're trying to figure out kind of like, hey, what's the most bang for the buck? That's where this kind of comes into play. You're trying to get them the most car for the money that fits their budget. I mean, that's the ideal thing is to find out what they need, and this fits that with the idea of having a sportback design. I mean, that is a wonderful thing. You have so much. I'm 6'4". I can get in the back of this thing easily, and I fit comfortably. And that was the first thing I do is I usually hop in the back seat of a car and just sit there and be like, okay, now I can tell everybody easily fit in the back.
Good.
So.
Love that. It's very important to me too because I'm also tall. All right, so tell me, what's going to be the thing for the end of this year that you guys are looking at? This car, and also, are there any others that we're keeping an eye out for?
obviously the entire Buick lineup is getting pretty much a little bit of a makeover. Going forward, you've got the new Encore GX. The 24 GXs have been redesigned. Obviously with the Envista, obviously our flagship with the Enclave is absolutely gorgeous. The Envision has come, I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. I mean, people that haven't been out to look at the Buick lineup are going to be shocked when they actually come out and look at it.
This story is sponsored by Hadwin White Buick GMC Subaru.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.